Okay, we'll call to order Chisholm City Council meeting, October 22nd, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Susan, would you please take roll call?
Councillor Hellebuck?
Present.
Councillor Falcon? Here. Councillor Vasi?
Here.
Councillor Vardy?
Present. Present.
Councillor Halverson?
Present.
Mayor Ray?
Here. The council look for a motion to adopt the agenda. We're going to, Devin's going to take Colin's items and we're going to remove item C4. So with that removal.
So
And,
I have a question.
Yes.
Will Devin just continue with his as he's doing Collins?
Yes.
So E will be gone too?
He's going to. No, he'll take Devin's and he'll come back up.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's with the removal of C4 and Devin taking over for Collins. Look for that motion.
Motion.
Thank you, Jim.
Support.
Thank you, Jed. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Pledge allegiance if you would. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Holland, is there any public participation?
None, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, we will go through council reports. We'll start with you, Councilor Holland. Good evening.
Good evening. I attended the Central Island Range Sanitary Sewer District meeting last week, our Public Utilities meeting, the Minnesota Discovery Center planning meeting, 2nd of 7, and the 5th Street assessment hearing just prior to this meeting.
Thank you. Councilor Felton, good evening.
Good evening. I attended a budget meeting and the MDC planning meeting. Thank you.
Councilor Baki, good evening.
Good evening. No report.
Councilor Barda, good evening.
No formal report.
Councilor Halverson, good evening.
Good evening. I attended the Redhead Committee meeting, Minnesota Discovery Center planning meeting, and the assessment hearing we had at 5 o'clock today.
Thank you. Apologize for my absence at that meeting. Things just really got away. So, as far as reports, we did have a working session to go over our budget, and just really happy with our staff and the diligence everyone's been doing. So, really looking forward to how we're going to be able to present that in a couple months here. So, moving on, Ambulance Director Tiffany, good evening.
Good evening.
Fire Chief Jason.
I'll break the mold. Just a quick report to go over our calls. To date, we're at 168 calls for the year. I'm projecting we're going to hit over 200 again. ECFE classes, I believe we attended 4 of those with the fire department. We're at the Vaughn trick or treat we plan on attending with the ambulance. We're going to partner up with them on Main Street. Had a meeting last week over at the schools to help with them with their emergency response plan and go over with them. We have another one scheduled for next week. I met up with the DNR so they can go back over our Tender 2 is actually a DNR surplus vehicle that they keep track of in inventory. So I met up with them and they did their annual thing on that. And then the last thing is I know that our fire report system is going to be changing and I'm trying to stay in contact with the state fire marshal's office to see if we can actually do a class here, how it's going to work, what they're going to expect and everything else. So that's kind of what's been going on for us the last couple of months.
Perfect. Just want to say also, along with trainings, that thank you to the city of Hibbing and the fire department for having us over. They got that 400 block and
4 or 5 we had on over there.
Yeah, so they're very good training for us.
2-story downtown building. It was good training.
Yeah. So, thank you, Jason. Police Chief Jim, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Just a quick update for our department. We continue to do our PR events throughout the town, including the trick or treat on Lake Street event, October 29th. So, folks in town, bring your kids. It's a great event from 3 to 6. Okay, 3 to 6. So, our department continues to do their annual training. Right now, we're scheduling our annual taser certification with our taser instructor, our defensive tactics training. We just finished up our annual firearms training as well. So that went really well on Monday with our entire department. So, we're busy. Call volume is still staying steadily high. So, folks out there in the community, I'm sure you've heard there's Mama Bear and her cub that have been in the area. So we've been addressing that and fielding some calls. But what I would like to say is do not approach bears. The cub is very cute, but please do not approach it. We are handling it in the way that the DNR has told us to. In the next couple of days, if it's still around and it has been abandoned, then we'll take the necessary steps to get it out of town with the DNR. So another reminder for the public, just calendar parking is enforced all year round. Easiest way to look at calendar parking is to park for the next day. So after 6 p.m. tonight, which is the 22nd today, so you would park for the odd day after 6 p.m. Tonight. So odd side of the street after 6 p.m. tonight. Odd side of the avenue after 6 p.m. tonight. And then it changes again at 6 p.m. tomorrow for the even side. So that not only helps us as far as emergency response, but it also helps our public works crew getting ready for winter, street sweeping, and snow plowing. So just wanted to give a friendly reminder. We do appreciate everybody that chooses to follow the calendar parking ordinance. There has been some confusion over the years, so hopefully that sets some questions or answers some questions. But again, we really appreciate it. So any other questions? That's all I have.
You might want to mention the 31st and 1st rules too.
Yes, yes. So we try to every year. We get a lot of people that day, but we try to be good to people because there's 2 odd days in a row for the ones that have 31 days. So keep that in mind. But yeah. So thank you, Jim.
Also, I caught Mama Bear on my trail cam the other day,
Yes.
so she's still around.
Okay. Good. She's in the weaning part, so she's letting the cub go out and wander a little bit. The cub is having a lot of fun, so very good. That's all I have. Any
Thank you.
questions?
Thanks, Jim.
Building official, Mandy, good evening.
I do have a short report. A public hearing notice has been published and posted for the planning commission to vacate the existing plat of Winton Edition and approve a preliminary plat of the new Winton Edition. And that has been posted and published for November 3rd. The planning commission will get agendas on that early next week, and it will be going to the city council on November 12th for final approval at your meeting. We will have two readings on that, so you'll be seeing that twice. A quick update on the building permit side of things. To date, we have a total of 229 permits with a total value of $10,112,801. So things are still moving along. So any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
City engineer, Jim.
I have no report. You have to answer your questions if you want that. Then what's on the agenda?
Public Works, Larry.
Just a quick report, Mayor. We truly appreciate the calendar parking and the PD for helping us out and folks at home too. If I could just add for Jim a little bit, because Susan fielded a call, which is the even side, which is the odd side. Maybe you live in an apartment building and you don't know. So I like to tell people 30 West, right? Everyone knows 30 West. It's an even side because it's a 30. Now it's on the even side on the street and the avenue. As I've said, east and west. Some people don't know where east and west is. Truly. So, but they know 30 West. Everyone knows 30 West. 30 West is on the even side of the street and it's on the even side of the avenue. So there you go. It's on both sides. I hope that didn't confuse you. I'm sorry if it did. So, with that, we're finishing up the lead line project in the water department. We really appreciate that. It's a Minnesota Department of Health mandate, and we're doing really, really well. One of the engineering company that represents and helps us is field, helps a lot of cities, and we're at the top of all those. So we continue to get that done, and so we appreciate all the help on that. And we're building a skating rink down at the Chisholm Community Foundation Park, and we're continuing to mix salt sand and put that in the barn for all winter. And we'll start readying the dump trucks with plows after that, and it'll come sooner or later. One morning you'll wake up, there'll be a skim of ice on the lake, and probably snow soon after that. I know. Jim's happier. And we worked through the hiring process, and we should have something for you at the next meeting in November. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks.
See you, library supervisor.
I have no follow-up report tonight.
City clerk, treasurer, Devin. City administrator, Stephanie.
I have no report.
Okay, council will move on to the consent agenda, which consists of a list of bills, communications, minutes of previous city council meeting minutes, and payroll and overtime. And just a note that we do need to decrease or remove the $150,873 from 69 cents from the rock solid amount. So with that removal, I'd look for a motion and support to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Thank you, Jim.
Support.
Thank you, Jed. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on. Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. So I'm here ecstatic that we have filled our open police captain's position. So the police commission has hired Joel Erdahl as our new police captain. Many of you have probably know who he is. He was a former employee of ours for about 10 years and then left for a few years. And we're excited to have him back. He brings a wealth of knowledge from the community, and his kids go to school here, and he's from the area, so good asset to our team. So we're really excited. So all that I need from the council is just approval of resolution 1025-86, para declaration for police captain Joel Erdahl.
Thank you, Chief. Council, I look for a motion and support.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, April.
Support.
Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion? Besides, welcome back, Joel.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. City engineer, Jim.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. This afternoon at 5 o'clock, we did have the assessment hearing on our 5th Street Southwest project, just south of the school between 2nd Avenue and 4th Avenue Southwest. So attached on page 15, you do have resolution 1024-87, which adopts the assessments for that project. With that, I would be happy to try and answer any questions that you might have, but would recommend adoption of that resolution.
Okay, council, unless there's any questions, I'd look for a motion and support for resolution 1025-87.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Jed.
Support.
Thank you, Jim.
I just got a quick question.
Sure.
Jim, did anybody attend that?
No.
Okay, so, okay. Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
They were all extremely happy, so.
That's wonderful.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. And then on page 16, we have the resolution 1025-88, which is a cooperative agreement with St. Louis County for street maintenance. At the last council meeting, you approved the city entering into the cooperative agreements with St. Louis County for their different maintenance programs. As you see on page 16 with my request for council action, the cracks, items number 1 and number 3, the crack sealing and the administration, inspection and so forth, do total the $40,000, which is in your proposed budget. And then on item 2, you see maintenance striping, and that's what this particular resolution is for, is in the amount of about $500, and that's part of Larry's budget. It's not part of the capital improvement budget, so that's why it's $40,500. But this resolution is dealing specifically with the maintenance. Excuse me. Yeah. No, it's for all of them. I'm sorry. With that, I would recommend approval of resolution 1025-88.
Perfect. Thank you, Jim. Council, if there's no questions, I look for a motion and support for resolution 1025-88.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Marty.
I apologize, Mayor. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your motion.
I second.
Thank you, Jed. Any further discussion? Marty?
Excuse me?
Yes.
There's an error on, the last resolution, my apologies, I numbered it as 1024-87, it should be 1025-87.
On page 15.
Yeah.
Susan.
Okay. Can you make that correction then?
Excuse me, Mayor, what I meant to do was apologize, because this is a resolution for participation with them in all their maintenance programs. It confused me because earlier this week, we got the actual cooperative agreements for just a striping portion of it, but that'll be on your next council meeting, so.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. And then on page 21, we have a request for the time extension for the ice arena driveway and parking lot improvements, which I spoke to you about at the last council meeting. And you see the accompanying letter requesting that extension from the project manager, Mr. Shane Feltus, with TNT Construction. We did have another status meeting today. Things are going quite well. I think inside the buildings, the curling club is getting pretty well finished up. I think they've got some doors to put in, Stephanie, Devin on that, but otherwise that's getting pretty well cleaned up. The curing of the floor in the main building is done. They are in the process of putting up the E-ceilings and what are the boards called? Sideboards, better boards. I'm not a hockey player.
Dasher boards.
Dasher boards, there you go, thank you. So, on the exterior of the building, the concrete work is essentially done. They were putting down the class 7 and the geo grid, and they're looking at probably the paving being done next week, along and then doing the turf restoration yet this week or next week as well. So they're looking at, per this request, asking that the substantial completion date be extended from October 15th to October 31st, which is a week from Friday. And then the final completion date will remain for installation of the bituminous swearing course surfaces on the driveways and parking lots being June 10th of next year. With that, I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have, but I would recommend approval of this request for the time extension.
Thank you, Jim. Council, I look for a motion and support to approve that extension.
Make the motion.
Thank you, April.
Support.
Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Jimmy mentioned unknown utility lines. Once you found them, was there a way to find out what they were? Were they stormwater lines or other types of utilities?
A little bit more about that. Well, actually, one was a sanitary sewer service going from the curling club building, bocce ball building,
Okay.
into the ice
Oh,
arena.
yeah. All right.
And then I think there was a fiber cable.
Copper. It was 100 pair copper cable.
What kind of a copper cable?
100 pair copper cable. They used to feed the football field, but now they have fiber there. So
Okay.
Is that abandoned line?
it wasn't, but it is now.
Were any of those stormwater lines on? Because I know the mapping up there was not great. I mean, because I know there's catch basins and you look at the maps and you're like, well,
We're actually tying in.
they don't make sense.
Tying into the storm sewer system on that football side down at the base of the hill. There was an east-west storm sewer line that takes in all the catch basins that are around the football
Yeah,
field
yeah,
and
yeah,
the track.
yeah.
And they're tying into that line with that curb line along the
Okay.
football field fence.
Does that go north then up to 2nd Street or does it?
It goes to the east, Marty, and then
I know it's by an alley, and then it goes to Second Street.
Oh, okay. Because I remember looking at the maps a few years ago and it was
to that.
kind of confusing. It wasn't great mapping.
Catch basin right now.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Kevin. Right. No apologies needed.
So I'll be taking,
Thank you.
Colin's pay apps here. For the first one, is pay application 1 for Dollar Street construction over at, the Red Head Trailhead. The pay applications for $151,755. And that's on page 23. Also, just looking for your approval to pay that invoice.
At the 144,167.25.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Hey, council, I look for a motion to approve pay application number 1 in the amount of $144,167.25.
Make the motion.
Thank you, Marty.
Support.
Thank you, Jed. Any further discussion? All those in
I
favor?
have a question. Is this paid by us or?
It's a grant.
Okay.
It's a combination of an IRRR and an LCC Margaret.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next is pay application number 2 for Regardless, just additional work, to be on that first pay app. This, progress payment is for $121,372, and the remaining, contract work on there is $262,011. So for your approval to pay the $121,000. As one other thing I should note, is Eric Carlson, manager on this project, is approved all these for your approval. I know that was been said, but we wanted to make sure that he has rules since he's overseeing the project.
Hey, council, I look for motion support for pay application number 2 in the amount of $121,372.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Jed.
Second.
Thank you, Marty. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Next item is C3, the application number 7, rock solid, trail construction. This invoice or pay application is for $137,359.38. This is also approved by Eric Carlson, and we just look for your approval for that payment.
Hey, council, I look for a motion of support to for pay application number 7 to Rock Solid in the amount of $137,359.38.
Make the motion.
Thank you, Marty.
Support.
Thank you, Jed. Any further discussion?
I have a question.
Yep.
Is this for the new bike course that was built up there? The, whatever, I forget what it's called, but
This is for trails.
trails, okay.
Also, they for the grants. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And
Thank you,
just-
Devin.
Yeah, just on that, the, or the one that we struck will be, working through with rock solid to bring that to the next council.
Please, sir.
There's also a question of retainage on that as well.
Okay. Library supervisor, Katie, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. So looking at page 48 of your packet, I'm looking to request approval of a new job description for an intermittent library assistant position. The role has essentially been designed to provide some additional coverage and support during our high volume programming periods and also during staff absences and other unforeseen circumstances. So the primary goal of the position is really just to reduce some safety concerns that library staff are currently facing. Primarily on the busy days and also when working alone for extended periods of time. So we're just looking for adding that support to create a safer work environment for staff and patrons, so nobody's working alone.
Thank you very much.
And this would be a temporary position, not to exceed 60 shifts in a calendar year.
Also, I'll look for a motion and support for the intermittent library assistant job description.
Make the motion.
Thank you, April.
Support.
Thank you. Jim? Any further discussion?
Quick question, Mr. Mayor. Is this for next year?
Yep, so the position we're looking to hopefully have them on board, the goal will be January within the fiscal year, and it is part of our current budget.
I have a question too. So is this going to be like the summer help for Larry position type deal?
Yeah.
Is it going to be every year? I'm asking.
If we have success with it, then yes.
Okay.
I'm anticipating it to be an annual hire.
Okay.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you. And then following that, on page 51, I'm just looking for approval, after the approval of the job description, just looking for approval to proceed with the advertising of the position, conducting the interviews, and then hiring the temporary intermittent position at $18.50 an hour.
Okay, council, I'll look for a motion to approve, post and hire the intermittent library assistant.
And who would be on the hiring committee?
That would probably consist of myself, one library tech, and a library board member. Council's okay with that?
Yeah.
Unless you have any other recommendations for that.
Nope. Second will be part of that.
Yeah, right. Do you want to do that? I don't think that.
Okay.
Good question.
I look for a motion and support. Do we have that?
I don't think
No.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Travis.
Support.
Thank you, Jim. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Hi.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Devin, welcome back.
Budget adjustments, page 52. Over the course of the last few months, I have collected budget adjustments, basically for library donations and some insurance. So this is just increasing the budget to align, or to increase the budget for the departments for their operating budget for instance, insurance reimbursements and donations, etc. But these changes net to zero, so it really doesn't affect or isn't approving any additional spending above and beyond.
Thank you, Devin. So, any questions? I look for a motion and support to approve the budget adjustments.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Jim.
Support.
Thank you, Jim. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Stephanie.
Good evening. Item I have on the agenda is to extend consultant engineer Jim Johnson's contract. He has a 2-year contract that we're currently working under that expires the end of this year. We're looking at extending that by 2 more years. Jim's done a lot of great work for us, and really would like to have him stay on and be able to facilitate a lot of our larger projects. So thanks, Jim, for the work that you've done.
Very valuable asset. Looks like the pay increase is standard with what we have budgeted and what we're looking at. So I would look for a motion and support.
Motion.
Thank you, April.
Support.
Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, council. Unless we have anything else, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion. Support.
Thank you, Jed. Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Have a good night, everybody.